Hey guys, this is Projekt coming at you with a review of the iPhone 5s Lifeproof free case. This is a review of the case. I've been having this case for a little bit over a month now, so I feel like that I've got a really good grasp of what kind of cool stuff comes with it. You can find more details or actually purchase this online at lifeproof.com. You can actually find it there, which is really, really nice. So to kind of start with it, I got a new iPhone 5s, got the new sexiness, and one of the things you do when you have an iPhone is to buy a new case. I had an OtterBox case before, and I wanted a different case last time. The OtterBox, while it was good, had a lot of rubber. It was just very cumbersome. There was a lot of it took up a lot of space in my pocket. It wasn't. So whenever I was looking for a new case, I wanted something that still had the same protection level as an OtterBox, excuse me. But I also wanted the ability to be able to have it take up a lot less space, which is a good thing. So first off, let's talk about what it comes with. Whenever you get the free case from Lifeproof, you get the case itself, you get some documentation on how to set up, and you also get an interesting cable. We'll talk about this little audio cable in just a second. But the case, it's very, very sturdy. It's not much bigger than the actual phone. This is actually really, really thin, and the iPhone 5s really isn't that big. This stuff, I mean, you kind of know, these are the volume switches and the toggle. The top is kind of what you're used to. The front is really, really decent. I didn't have a lot of problems with it smearing and else like that, so the camera looked great. I had to clean it just once because I think maybe it smudged a little bit, but one of the interesting things about the iPhone 5s is the Touch ID sensor. This case actually still embellishes that, so you can still use the Touch ID with the case on, which is kind of nice. And one of the things that really intrigues me is the bottom right here. The aux input actually has a screw-on case to it, so in order to actually get access to it, you have to unscrew it. And what you do is you utilize this contraption right here to screw inside the actual case. So it actually does a connection to your headset or to your aux input or anything else like that. We'll talk more about why I like it, why I don't like it in just a second. The other thing that's really cool is the charging cable port. It's actually like a pop out and actually feels kind of nice. It's still sturdy even after I've just like obsessively clicked it over and over and over again. So let's talk setting up. One of the things you have to do when you actually set up this case is you have to submerge the case in water. Don't submerge the phone, but submerge the case in water. You actually put it in the water for at least an hour or two, and after you break it out, if there's any water in there, it's defective, right? But if there's no water in there, you got a good to go phone. So I'm pretty sure this phone could probably be submerged in water and still be okay with it. That's not a disclaimer. That's not like, go and fucking do this, but I'm confident with this being submerged in water for just a second. Maybe I should go try it. No, but and then you actually, after you let it dry and pat it out, you put everything together. So putting it together really wasn't too difficult. The only difficult thing about this phone was the silence adjuster on the iPhone. What it has in here is like a little another plastic thing, and it kind of fell out as we were setting everything up. So at first I thought the phone was the case was defective, or I was missing something. But it was very easy to find it. Once I shoved it in there and kind of got it to work, I was able to silence and unsilence my phone the entire time, which is great. So pros for this phone. Why would you buy this phone? If you're messing with water quite a bit, like not like you're bathing with it, but like you got a pool that's outside, you go on the lake quite a bit or anything else like that, maybe you're on the beach, and you don't want anything to get in this phone. Literally, I can take this phone out right now and it's pristine like when I put it in there, which is really, really, really awesome. Dust doesn't really get in here very well. It's a very secure connection no matter what you do with it. So, like, the problem that I had with the OtterBox was that dust would get in it, right? So I had to take it out like once a week, and I wouldn't even do that. And I'd clean it out, and the camera just wouldn't work. It'd just be gross. The touch stuff is also pretty responsive as well, so I was able to actually do that. I was able to do the touch response on demand right there. I didn't like practice or anything else with it. So it's still kind of nice. And it's lightweight, it's not too obtrusive. Like, I could literally put this in my pocket like a normal phone. Like, it's not like a, I don't know about falling my chair. That would have been awesome to put in the video. It's a great It's a great phone or a great protector based on those type of things right there. The biggest con for this phone that I have right now, if you wear headphones or you connect this thing to a lot of different things, like let's say you have an aux import in your car and you want to plug this up, it's a pain in the ass, right? I put this cable in my wallet, so every time I want to listen to tunes driving to work, and my drive to work isn't too far, but I have to get this out, I have to unscrew it, I have to screw in my phone, then I plug my aux cable into it, and then I'm able to actually listen to tunes. So it's kind of, it's a first world problem if anything, but it's still kind of a major, it's kind of a major inconvenience on this thing, but that's the price you pay with the security you get. Also, the cable, this only sends audio. So if you use the iPhone headset or use any kind of special headphones for things like talking, or using the actual controls in the iPhone for like volume up and volume down, or even the microphone, you can't use it. It doesn't work. The only thing that's transferred through the cable is audio. So if you use anything else like that, this isn't for you. I think a way to get around that is like Bluetooth setup. Like if your in-car audio stereo has a Bluetooth setup, you can actually Bluetooth the stuff to your actual head unit. So you can kind of get around using this aux cable all in all. But if you connect to a lot of auxes with this, you might consider getting another case, right? That's kind of a big deal for me, and I'm still on the fence whether or not I want to jump ship or not, because I really like controlling the volume on my directly on the headset, or directly on the microphone, or directly on the headphones, excuse me, derp. But I also like to be able to utilize the microphone and other things like that. So the quality of life kind of suffers a little bit. Also, the case is very, very tight. So like I said, it's going to look as pristine as when you shove it in there. But I know some users have been having problems with issues with sound, or ringtones kicking off, or text violation, or text tones being able to be sent off depending on how the case vibrates. So I've had a little bit of problem. I had a ringtone that sometimes doesn't play, and I have to restart the phone, and then eventually it stops playing after a couple times anyway. I'm not sure if it's a problem with the case or it's a problem with the phone itself, but either way, I never had this problem with my old phone, even on the old operating system. So this is kind of my review of the case. I'm going to rock it for a little bit while longer and see if I can get anything else on it. If you guys have any questions about this case, please do so in the comments below. I'd love to respond and answer your questions about it. This is $80 on the Lifeproof website. You can get them at other stores. I got mine at Best Buy. So I know that if I'm going to be spending several $100 on a phone, I want to be able to spend a good amount of money on a case as well, but be informed on it. So if this informs you, like, and if you want more, subscribe and stuff. Thanks, guys.